The suspect in international investment fraud and romance scam case via social media occurred in our country, Japan, and seize their assets. This is the first joint operation between Nigeria and Japan in this crime area. We have continued to cooperate together with Nigerian police force for around 1 year under the Interpol's Operation Jackal. Although we, Nigeria and Japan, are far apart, we will continue to work closely together with each other and commit to combating those international organized crime. Now, I want to extend my sincere gratitude for the efforts and cooperation from the Nigerian police force on behalf of the National Police Agency, Japan. Thank you.
First of all, I want to thank the Japanese government for identifying that we can actually help their country to be able to solve this problem. Cybercrime is a borderless crime. It's a crime that affects the interest of the world, not Nigeria alone. What it means is that countries need to speak, countries need to collaborate, countries need to work together. The cyber criminals are actually well organized. But if you can see what is going on now, we are now like a step ahead of all their activities. We've been able to realize that the only way we can curb this menace is actually for the countries to work together. And I will not fail to praise the efforts of JICA. JICA is like a Japanese NGO. They played lots of roles that enabled us to succeed. We visited Japan early last year, March last year, when they invited us for a case coordination meeting. I and my team and members of the NCB were in Japan to discuss about these threat actors. One thing is good to know that the interest of every nation is to ensure that their countries, the countries are safe and secure from cyber criminals. And when they identified this, they linked up with us. And of course, we were in Japan to discuss this. The 12 identified threat actors, everything about them were analyzed, and information were shared with us, the Nigerian police force, and of course the NCB. And we were able to do a serious profiling with regards to their cyber activities. That led to the identification of most of the threat actors. It will please you to know that most of the threat actors were arrested, some of them in Edo State, some in Abuja here. And of course, after the profiling, there was interrogation. And after the interrogation, we made recoveries. We recovered over $33,000, that the cyber criminals scammed and collected from the victims. So one important thing for us to know is that there is strength in collaboration. And without the collaboration, it wouldn't have been possible for us to arrest these threat actors. Very, very sophisticated and very vicious. And of course, we're not going to leave any stone unturned in going after any identified threat actors, that is linked to any crime outside this jurisdiction. I know that cyber criminals believe that they are invisible because they are operating from nations where they believe that they are not known or where they believe that they cannot be traced. Some cyber criminals are actually using some countries as safe haven, believing that whatever thing that they've done, they will not be traced. And I have a message for them, and from the Inspector General of Police, that it's not going to be easy for them. It's either they drop their activities of scamming members of the public, or they will always receive, our visit, the cyber hawks and the police. So it is good that the countries are actually collaborating and are working together. And we will continue to work together. And another thing is that some of you that visit dating app or dating site, because the victims got this link through the dating sites. And of course, when they preach love, you believe that you're in love. And at the end of the day, they use that opportunity to scam, their victims. So if you decide to go or to visit the dating app, should be, very careful in your dealings with, whosoever that preaches love, because it might turn out to be the wrong person. So on this note, I want to appreciate the JICA, and I want to appreciate the Japanese National Police for providing the information that enabled us to go after these identified threat actors and for being able to recover money for their victims. Thank you very much.
One interesting thing I want us to know here is that these are the mediators. These mediators are not criminals. The cyber criminals that we have here actually connected the mediators. Now,
Working for cyber criminals. So you can see what we have here. This is a mediator, this is a mediator, this is a mediator, this is a mediator. This mediator is not known to the victim. The mediator only communicates with the threat actors that we have here. Now, once they convince their victim to send money, this mediator serves as a buffer, so that, like a cover per se, so that the victim would not know that she is actually dealing with cyber criminals. Because this mediator is from Japan, victim from Japan. So whichever money that the threat actors wants the victim to send will be sent to the mediator. And of course, the victim will feel so safe and relaxed, believing that this person is someone from their own jurisdiction, someone that understands their language, so they feel very safe to communicate. So whichever thing that they've scammed this victim that enters here, what this threat actor does is to ensure through this mediator that the money is paid to their crypto wallet account. Now, as you can see this arrow, it goes to this a threat actor, this is a threat actor, this is a threat actor, Festus Ugu or Samagbe. Now, this guy is actually the main cyber criminal. This guy actually is the one that cashes out, or that from the cash out point, this is the actual threat actor that will cash out the money at the end of the day. So it flows like this. So you see, like this one has two cash out points, which are the threat actors in Nigeria. And the thing, I wanted to understand is that the existence of the mediators, because of course they won't want any direct link between them and the threat actors. So, but one thing that the threat actors fail to understand is that that's always what we call digital footprint. No matter what you do, that's why we continue to say that no matter what you do, we'll always come after you. And that's why the Inspector General of Police is very serious and has given us mandates to be able to go after any cyber criminals. So these are the cash up, and the money, the over $33,000 that we recovered from this threat actor that cashed out this money, or Issa Emmanuel that cashed out, or Laruwaji that cashed out, and the Nura Tijani that cashed out. So this is the link chart analysis of the whole transactions that they did. Of course, don't forget that they got in touch with the victims through the dating app. And apart from that, one will ask whether they speak Japanese language. Of course, there is the existence of this Google Translate. So it's usually very easy for them to manipulate their victims using the Google Translate. Thank you very much.
Police Force National Cybercrime Center, CP Harry Ifeanyi Uche, Mr. Takashi Ike from the National Police Agency Center, also from Japan. Other senior officers from the National Cybercrime Center, the arrest of 11 suspects, 10 male and 1 female, involved in identity theft, romance scam, and computer-related fraud, who are all based in Nigeria. These suspects prey on victims from Japan. These cases highlight the importance of international cooperation in the fight against cybercrime and the need for increased public awareness of the intricacies of cybercrime and online fraud in Nigeria and across the world. At the end of this press briefing, we'll hear a brief from Mr. Takashi Ike, and also the director of the Cybercrime Center will take us on the brief intricacies as it relates to this particular suspect. On the 3rd of April 2024, the Nigerian Police Force National Cybercrime Center, in collaboration with the National Central Bureau, NCB, in Nigeria, received a report from the NCB Tokyo detailing 5 instances of cybercrime involving 13 identified suspects operating from Nigeria. 11 of these suspects have so far been arrested, and they include the following: 1 Festus Ugu, Nura Tijani Adamu, Shamsu Abubakar, Victory Alako, Peter Ogbemudia Irobo, Gamaliel Esorene Egumo, Emmanuel Nasogi, Olariwaju Motola Alarin, all male, as well as 1 Rita Ejiofor, female. Among the male, we also have 1 Omige Prosper and 1 Goodluck Mamu Yowi Iporo. This investigation uncovered a network that targets Japanese victims using Instagram to establish fraudulent romantic relationships. Analysis revealed that between the month of October and November 2022, these suspects convinced their victims that they had purchased gifts for them and required funds for shipment as well as for inspection. The victims, believing the relationships were genuine, made multiple wire transfers, and these transfers funneled through a mediator's account, who converted them into cryptocurrency and transferred them to these threat actors' digital wallets here in Nigeria. Preliminary investigations have led to the recovery of the total sum of $33,320,000, while further investigation is ongoing to uncover additional funds and to bring all members of the syndicate to justice. These demonstrate the dedication of the Nigerian police force to combating cybercrime and ensuring security in the cyberspace. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Adeoluwa Egbetokun, PhD and PM, has commended the efforts of the National Central Bureau, as well as the Nigerian Police Force National Cybercrime Center, for their dedication, passion, and diligence effort in combating all forms of cyber-related and cyber-enabled crime, urging them to sustain the tempo as they go against other cyber criminals. The IGP further issues a stern warning to all cyber threat actors to desist from carrying out any sort of criminal activities, as the force is fully primed to deploy all its resources, leveraging on emerging technological advancements to carry out its mandate of protecting lives and property, both physically and in the digital space.